So what's up, guys? I'm gonna make a quick video to show you how to get the best out of a camera like this. It's a Vivitar VEC S124. I've done a few videos with these. Well, with this one, it's a really good camera. It's actually really easy to use. I do most of my editing on the footage on my phone. I'm just gonna show you guys like basically like how to get good pictures out of here and how to get a good video out of here. I'm gonna show you guys the tricks that I use. Okay, so as far as like pictures, I'll show you like the settings that I'm using, and I swear it's just pretty much everything's pretty much on auto. I do have my photo resolution at 44 MP megapixels, which, you know, just pretty much just the highest quality for that. Most of these settings are actually, all of them are on auto. I don't really mess with none of these. These are all the pictures. Exposure, I mean, if I had the time, depends on how it will look on side, I will probably lower this, that and the ISO. But honestly, like with pictures like these coming from a camera like this, you honestly don't have to worry too much about it. Like even the effects, I'm gonna keep it on normal for this one, but if I were, it's one of these I do really like. Japanese or Japan style, I do like that one. But we're just gonna keep it on normal now, just to show you like how easy it is to get good pictures out of that. There's that, there's that, there's that. Light frequency, kept it. And all these are pretty much the same. And then I'll show you guys like the video. Okay, so as far as the video settings, let's take a look at that real quick. Right now I have it on 720, but if you want to get like the best picture out of this, you can put it on 1080. Now the reason I keep mine on 720 is because of the SD card that I have in here. It's a smaller SD card, so and not a lot is gonna fit on here. So if you want it to last a little longer and have more space, like more time to record, I usually just keep it on 720. See, now I have 6 minutes as opposed to 3. It's really just your preference. I use 720 because it still gives off an older kind of feel to it. So I don't mind it being 720 for the look that I'm going for. It's not always about like quality, like trust me. Same thing, exposures on 0. This is on normal. Like I said, if I were to, I would probably put on Japan style. But the reason why I like using normal for this and for the pictures is because it's easier for when you're editing it. I'll show you guys that, like adding color. It won't come out like too distorted. I'll show you guys. Well, I'll take this outside and I'll show you guys what I do to get the best out of here. Mostly it's just about lighting and just taking good pictures. One good thing about a camera like this, like all cameras, you can always put a tripod in here, which honestly, I don't use it. I'm only gonna use it for this purpose because I'm gonna be filming myself with this. Okay, so first I'm just gonna take some random pictures. We're just outside the backyard. Nothing special. Okay, so we're gonna start with the pictures. There's an app that I use called Snapseed that is amazing, especially for stuff like this. I've already have it downloaded. So what you do is you open that, press anywhere. So this is like, you know, I only took 4 photos. So let's take this one. Doesn't look too crazy. So let's just say something like this. I like this app because it has built-in presets of how you want to edit them. And you can always build on top of it. Now this picture is kind of dark, so you can use, let's just say you want to just use that. Let's just use morning. What I also do, because this is an older, like the megapixels on this camera is low, I'll go to right here where it says grainy film, which makes it look really cool. Or you can go to vintage, which looks really cool. And like I said, you can build multiple things on top of it. I also like to use HDR, see how it looks. Most of the time, for me, it doesn't go good with my skin. But let's just go to grainy film. You know, something like that. And you go to export. I usually save. You can save a copy if you want to keep the original. And I'll do side by side pictures of all of them. Let's say if you like the last one, you can always go to last edit, and then it'll put the same thing back on there. And these are just random pictures, like just to show you guys like how you can go to last edit. And if you don't like how that looks, then sometimes you can actually get away with just going to like grainy, and you can always like change the strength of it. Which actually I like that. What is the last one? You know, this is one. This is sideways, so you can basically do all the edits in here. You go to grainy. See, like just using just the grainy on here, on top of like the type of camera that this is, it usually like 9 times out of 10, like it comes out looking like really dope. Like you don't really have to put this on everything. I just did that for the first one because it looked really dark. Or I like to use accentuated, kind of brightens it up just a little bit. So let's just see what it looks like on vintage. Vintage is okay. You can always pick different ones. But I think my favorite is probably just grainy film. Because it gives it that old school look. I just wish this one was a little bit brighter. You can go to tune image and they have a auto. You can change the brightness and leave it like that. And then there you have it. Okay, now moving on to the video, like this part is always fun. This is what I use to edit. And if you guys want to know like how I edit videos or like more tips and tricks, you can always let me know. But I know there's stuff like CapCut and stuff like that, but I really like this when I pay for it. Actually, I've been using it for a while. Okay, so now that it's in, one thing I don't like about this camera, I think I can honestly say it's probably just the volume. So that's why most of the time when I film with this, I put music over it because like it sounds like look, it sounds terrible. So after you're done like with your clips, got them all, stacked together. Well, first you have to know this records in 30 frames per second. Just keep that in mind when you export. So we'll go down to effects and we'll go to filter, which is your LUTs. Now they have built-in filters which are pretty cool, but the best ones to me is like ones that are already made. So the ones I use are found on the internet. I like film emulation. I like Doctor Sleep because it's from a movie that I watched. And you can always change the strength if you want to, make it more or make it higher or whatnot. Or you just keep it right there in the middle. Sometimes a little can go like a long way. So you click that and then just drag it right over it. And you see already it's starting to look like a lot better. I'm actually going to make this a little bit. I'm going to put that on 80. Now, this is the main trick that I really like to use that I don't see a lot of people doing is using film grain. Film grain for video, will make your video look so awesome. Like it looks like it really was shot like on a film. So what you do is you're basically going to put a film grain on top of this. What I mean is you go to picture, go to your video. Now I have these already downloaded, and what it looks like is this, like the haze from like a TV. I pick which one I want. I usually pick the middle one because it's a little bit stronger. So I'll pick that and make it big, make it cover the whole screen. And you're probably wondering like, okay, yeah, I can't see it. So what you do is you click it. It's not quite changing the opacity, it's actually blending. Okay, so when you're in here, you go to overlay. The overlay is basically putting it, you know, as an overlay. So now when you play it, it's gonna give it like that grainy feel that for like aesthetic. So I'm gonna basically duplicate this until it covers the whole video, which I should have made it a longer. I don't know why I keep doing this. You can always duplicate it and make it to a longer video, so you don't have to keep using just the 6 seconds. So that's pretty much like how I edit these. And so I'll show you guys like the finished project. Oh, well, like I said, when you export, now remember what you shot in. Like for this video, I shot it in 720 and the frames per second is 30 seconds, frames per second. And then you can just export it. If you want, you can always turn it to 24, which I usually do sometimes anyway, when depending on like if I mix it in with another camera or something like that. And that's pretty much all it is to it. You can use those same tips for like iPhone footage or any kind of camera. If you want to get an aesthetic look out of it, even like your pictures, you don't actually have to use a vivitar to get, you know, a film type of picture if you use that app. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, you can always leave a comment. And hey, I don't know. On that note, hope you guys stay woke and adios. Peace.